What is all this? Is this like childhood stuff? Or?
We are moving again.
Okay.
Did it again, and then we accumulated a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I collect all this stuff. So.
Oh, nice.
What is up, Internet? Retro here, and welcome back to another episode of the $10 Game Collection Challenge. We are on a journey to build a video game collection, starting off with just a $10 bill to prove that you can indeed still game hunt in today's time, and you can do it on a budget. Before we get into this week's footage, guys, I want to announce the winner from the giveaway challenge from 2 weeks ago from our 1-year anniversary episode. I basically asked everybody that wanted to participate to try to win this N64 to comment down in the comments what your favorite episode or your favorite find was so far in the $10 game collection, and the winner was Richie O'Brien. Congrats to you, Richie. His favorite episode, he said, was the back road, the dirt road exchange for the N64, guys. Such a sketchy deal, but we are live. We got the games and we got the console. So congrats to you, Richie. I'm gonna pin your comment at the very top of that episode so I can hopefully get in touch with you and get you that N64, guys. Before we get into it, also, if you are new to the channel and you do love all things 80s and 90s nostalgia from retro video games, movies, toys, and more, do me a favor and hit that freaking subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss out on new weekly videos. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get into a quick update of the $10 game collection. Last week, we left off with $339.80, and we picked up all of these games, guys. It was a great week. I think we spent $45-ish on all of these, mainly PS2 and Wii games, about $250 in value right there. We also picked up New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, disc only, and I had saved this case from a previous deal. I'm telling you, there is nothing more satisfying than saving cases, saving manuals, because you think one day you'll find the disc or you'll find the manual and you can somewhat complete copies of games. Obviously, we still need the manual for that, but that is quite satisfying to do that. We are getting some doubles of games, two options really, to sell them off or to trade them into the game store here in town. They give really good trading credit, so I'm thinking about making just a whole bundle of games to trade in to try to get quite a bit of credit to maybe trade in and, you know, potentially get some games or just wait it out until they get some games to use that credit. But for now, $340, just shy of $340 to go game hunt. Let's do it. All right, y'all, we are in luck. First off, the Connect Adventures collection. This Goodwill continues to grow. We did find a game, guys. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. We've found this quite a few times. I just looked up its trade-in value at GameStop, and it has went up. It's like $13 and some change to trade in, so definitely a great pickup for $2. And then I also found this. Check this out. I wasn't even like looking through the books, but I just walked over there, walked by, and I saw this. And I was like, I see Smash Bros. This is a Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U game guide, and it looks like new. Like, I don't know if this has been used before. I'm pretty sure books are $1 here. So we'll go see how much that is, but I don't know if I'll, get this to resell or not. I don't typically resell books, but I don't know. Be kind of a cool piece to add to the collection. Let's look over here real quick together. Fairly certain I didn't see anything else. They did restock, but I don't see any games at all, unfortunately. Yeah, but got this, gonna trade this in immediately, and got a book for the collection. How are you?
How are you?
So we're checking out getting this one game and the strategy guide, and this conversation with this employee is amazing. Check this out.
remember I used to get these games all the time and try to find the game guide when the game proved to be too tough.
What game you remember getting it for?
Oh my God. Jesus, what was it? It was, oh my God, it was one game. It had made me so mad. I finally had to try to go find a game guide. I can't think.
What console? You remember what console it was
Xbox,
for?
only for the Xbox.
Xbox?
It was something for the Xbox.
What's so funny about that is kids nowadays, just, you know, you got internet. You just like on the internet or watch a YouTube video, right?
Yeah,
That's all you gotta do now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, this is classic. And I also like it too because it's detailed.
Oh, yeah.
You learn stuff about the game that you really don't see while you playing it.
Exactly.
But this is really a game guide.
That's so funny.
I bet the kids these days don't even know
Nope.
what game guide is.
They don't.
All right, we got $3.
Okay.
Guys, it was so cool to talk to this Goodwill employee about strategy guides. I could tell that she was reminiscing. She was brought straight back to those nostalgic times of trying to advance to the next level, to the next stage, and not having the luxury of the internet or YouTube videos or Google walkthroughs. You had to have the actual strategy guide book, and you had to thumb through it to try to figure out how to get to the next stage, guys. And I want to further the conversation with you guys. Question of the video is, what was your first strategy guide that you remember getting to help you get to the next level? I actually have two. The first one is this Earthbound strategy guide. So Earthbound was unique in that this strategy guide actually came with the game. It was the game, the strategy guide, and this huge box. And it was like 70 or 80 bucks back in the day, which was a ton of money for a new game. And one of the big reasons why the game didn't sell super great back then, but this game, or this strategy guide, I have worn out, guys. You can tell it is all tattered. It actually even came with scratch and sniff cards, and the scratch and sniff cards still have just a hint of a scent. And then also, guys, this is my original Super Mario 64 strategy guide that I used every day. Like every day, I wouldn't even just use it, I would just look through the pictures because I just like seeing all the gameplay in this strategy guide also. But you guys tell me down below, what was your first strategy guide that you remember using to advance to the next level? Let's get back into it.
All right, guys, I actually found some more game stuff. I'm excited. First off, look at this Xbox One controller. Got some major goop on it. That's scary, but I can clean that up. $3.93. Sticks seem to be fairly good. That's a good find. Here is an Afterglow controller. Unfortunately, completely destroyed, so gotta pass on that. And then this right here, this is a plug and play. I don't usually mess with plug and plays too often, but this one actually sells pretty good. It feels pretty clicky, and it is only $3.93. This sells anywhere from like $15 to $25. I might keep it in the collection for now, but good find. So I mean, we're looking at less than $8 for these two items. Good pickup. Still looking around, but I am happy with that so far. Good find. All right, move down just a bit further, and here is an N64 controller. Original N64 controller, not third party, but not a good stick. Now I know you can replace these, but for the time it's gonna take for me to replace this, it's not gonna be worth it. Oh, there is a rumble pack. All right, that changes the game just a little bit. I still don't think I'm gonna mess with it, but $3.93 is not bad. Here is an aftermarket Mad Catz GameCube controller, and then here is another N64 controller, but third-party Yobo. I don't want to mess with this. I mean, I think these sell for like 15 to 20. So, and then to replace the stick would cost just a couple bucks. But at the end of the day, probably not worth it. But debatable. I'm sure some people out there would totally disagree, but I think I'm gonna stick with my Xbox controller in plug and play. That's it for now. All right, I'm at this Goodwill about to go look at the games, but look what I stumbled into. These are like bobblehead figures from the 90s. You got Hulk Hogan, These things are pretty cool. They are brand new in the box. 1998. Now they're priced a little high. If these were around the $5 mark, I'd probably pick them all up. They're $11. You got Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I think there's a Kevin Nash. Here's Diamond Dallas Page.
He gets knocked down. It's Diamond comes down. He's got a winner right there.
I mean, really cool. Now these are a little bit different. These are head ringers by Toy Biz. All late 90s figures, bobbleheads. Really cool to see. Again, if they weren't 11, I think I'd pick them up, but there's not a lot of value. I think this sells for right around 10 or so. I haven't checked those yet. And then Hulk Hogan, this one sells for a little more. I'm actually thinking about getting him just because, come on, it's Hulk Hogan, man. But apparently there's like a whole set. There's Sting, I think on these two. There's a whole set. Bret Hart, Buff Bagwell. I just wanted to show you guys because I thought those were cool. I mean, I've never seen those before, and I probably never will again. I'm still thinking about getting that one, but just wanted to show you.
All right, guys, another Facebook Marketplace deal, a NES bundle lot, guys. I think 20 plus games, the console, zappers, controllers, and here's the thing, I almost missed this deal. So I was on Facebook Marketplace going through all of the different listings, and I saw this lot of games, 20 plus games, for $100, and I started going through everything, tallying it all up, and I thought it was about $220 in value, which is pretty good. Not bad deal at all. But I thought it could be potentially a little bit too much work to get back what we want to keep for free and then sell off a bunch of stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna pass on it for now. I start looking at some other listings, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go back and check on that Nintendo lot again. I do, and guys, I had missed a game. There is a game in this lot that will be our rarest cartridge-based game in the $10 game collection. It is basically worth the entire lot. So I was like, oh crap, I gotta go back and I gotta get this game lot. So we're about to pick that up right now.
Doing good. There it all is. You care if I just look at it real quick?
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Awesome, thank you. So what is all this? Just like childhood stuff? Or?
Well, we are moving again.
Okay.
We're downsizing. We're trying to move back across the country and I'm my tiny car. So.
Oh, that's awesome. An adventure for sure.
Yeah, this is the first time somehow, and then
Did it again.
and then we accumulated a bunch of stuff, and so
Wow.
now we're.
Yeah, I collect all this stuff. So.
Oh, nice.
You said 100 was good?
Yes.
There it is.
Thank you so much.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You guys have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Wow.
All right, guys, we're back in the game room with, I believe, our 4th Nintendo haul. Our 4th NES bundle of games, and there are some really great games in here. One in particular that is going to pay for almost the entire lot. We've got a console, we've got some controllers, well, and we're going to go through everything. So I did have a lot of pictures from the seller, which helped me get price and value. So of the games I saw in the pictures, I did tally up some totals, but if there's any bonus games in here that they did not tell me about, I don't have those prices. So I'll have to give you example sold listings someplace on the screen. But as always, here is value in what we paid. $100 for all of this stuff. So the first thing we have is an orange NES Zapper. We are getting quite the collection of Zappers in in the $10 game collection too. I don't even have them over here. Because all the accessories are in the garage because there's just no room for them all. But I want to say Zappers are like around 10 to 15. So there is the orange one, and then here is a gray one. I don't know which one I see more often. I feel like it's pretty even. You guys tell me down in the comments what Zapper you guys see more often. I'm gonna say probably the gray one, but I could be making that up completely. Here are a couple controllers that look to be in decent shape. Put those over there. And then here is an NES Advantage. So this is a lot cleaner than the other one that we had, or that we got, gosh, I don't even know how long ago, months and months ago. The other one is super yellowed. These sell really well, guys. If it's in good shape, you're looking at anywhere from like 15 to 20 bucks. So cool to pick that up. Try not to break things. And
try not to be super loud because my daughter and son are sleeping right now. So there is the AC, or the power adapter. Let's look at this console. So this is now our third console in the $10 game collection that we actually have. I need to sell two now. Now this is really cool. I don't know if I saw that in the picture that has these really old school Mario stickers. That's almost like worth keeping on there because that's just someone's like childhood, man. They put those on there and that stamped it. That was their NES. And I think that's pretty cool. So I did see a couple problems with this. One, there's a crack right there. There's something going on there. And it's just kind of dirty on the top. Now that's not a problem. I do this a lot of times with NES consoles. I will just take off a top of another NES. Maybe it's broken, maybe it's not working, and then you can just put a new top on the actual console and it'll look all right. So I actually have probably 15 NES consoles in my garage, so maybe I'll switch that out, maybe I won't, I'm not sure yet. All right, let's get into these games. So here are a couple Super Nintendo games. These were in the picture. I don't know why there were 2 Super Nintendo games in no console. They did not have any more games. I asked them, and they said this is all the stuff that they had. So we got Mortal Kombat, the OG Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat. I'm more of a Street Fighter guy, but Mortal Kombat is good. Mortal Kombat is worth $12. And then we got another Mario All-Stars. This is the game. I always cheat when people ask me, what game would you take? If you're on a deserted island, you can only have one game for the rest of your life. I always cheat and I say this game. I actually say the Mario All-Stars Super Mario World Combo Cart would be mine because, you know, there's 5 games on it. So that's cheating for sure, but great game. This is worth $22. Let's get into some of these NES games. So first up we have Mag Max, not to be confused with Mad Max. I'm trying to remember what this game, some of these NES games, guys, there's just so many NES games that I forget which is which, but I feel like this is somewhat of a side-scrolling shooter and you're a robot in the air at some point, and then other times you're on the ground shooting. I can't remember. I think it's just a fair game. Mad Max, or Mag Max, is worth $5. I don't know if I'm gonna have room for all these. Here is Back to the Future 2 and 3. Now you guys know Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time. I love the whole trilogy. This one is very different from the original Back to the Future game on NES. The original is like a top-down. This is a side-scroller. Just an average fair game as well. This one is worth $15. So that's cool. Here's Batman, a great game on the NES. I believe this is our second copy of this, so we will be selling this one. Batman is worth $11. So as I was going through these two, guys, most of these games are valued at like 10 or more, which is pretty uncommon. A lot of times you'll see a lot of NES games that are around, you know, the $3 or $4 mark that are kind of the common stuff, but not in our case. 1942 Capcom, great shooter, along with 1943. We already have this as well, I believe, so we will be selling one of these. 1942 is a $13 game. As always, guys, you tell me down below which one of these games is your favorite or maybe that you're most nostalgic for. Here's Adventures of Lolo. There are 3 Adventures of Lolo games on the NES, I believe. This is the OG one, the first one, puzzle game. This is $14. Great game, guys. I actually really like Adventures of Lolo. Mighty Bomb Jack. This is one that I'm not super familiar with. It's like, I feel like I've played it, but a very like forgettable game. Mighty Bomb Jack is worth $9. I'm pretty sure a side-scroller platform game. Bad Dudes, one of the most mediocre beat-em-ups that there is. Not a great one. Let's see. Bad Dudes is worth $7. I'm gonna run out of space real quick. Let's do this. All right, here is Karnov.
Now, this is a game also that I haven't played very much, but I know some people like this game. They rave about Karnov. Karnov is worth $8. Move a little bit faster. Here's Fabio's Revenge. I'm just kidding. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. I know that this one is not worth much. I'm pretty sure. $4 for Iron Sword. Top Gun. I despise this game. This is just not for me. I know people that probably grew up with this probably like it. I've just never been a Top Gun fan. This one is worth $6. I'm actually gonna move this on the floor at this point because I don't got the space. All right, here we go. Let's get Street Fighter 2010, not to be confused with the Street Fighter that we all know and love. This is a game that I don't think I've played this game before. And I also don't know if I realized it was a Capcom game. Let's see, this one is worth $12. Super C. So, another Contra game. Not as good, in my opinion, as the original Contra. Just crazy nostalgic for the original Contra game. But Super C is not bad. It is not bad. This one is worth $17. You guys tell me which Contra game that you prefer on the NES. There's actually another one, Contra Force. Debatable that it's not a Contra game. Well, some people debate, but I believe there are 3 Contra games. RC Pro-Am. This is one of the best games for the NES, in my opinion, for the value. So this game is only $6. $6 for a crazy good NES game. If you've never played RC Pro-Am, go check it out, pick it up. It is really cheap. All right, let's just jump into the game that I almost missed. Ninja Gaiden 3, The Ancient Ship of Doom. I just thought, looking at the pictures, that this was the original Ninja Gaiden. And when I look closer, I'm like, no, that's different. That is not the original Ninja Gaiden. Look this up. This is a $75 game. We're talking about 75%, obviously, of our investment right here in this game. For now, I'm going to keep this. This will be one of our most expensive games in the $10 game collection, but $75, man, and I almost missed it. I'm so thankful that I went back and I double-checked this whole lot of games to find Ninja Gaiden 3. I'm actually really, really excited to try that game out. I've never played that one before. There are 3 Ninja Gaiden games on the NES. You guys tell me if the third one is better than the original or the second one. But I was really stoked to pick that up. Here is somebody's game. The original TMNT. I love this game. I know it's really hard and some people don't like it, but I've actually always enjoyed this game. Not worth much. This one is worth $7. $7 on TMNT. And then here is The Little Mermaid. Capcom's The Little Mermaid. So back in the day, Disney made a ton of games, and back then they were good. Like, The Little Mermaid is a good game. You play, you know, Aladdin on the Genesis, Super Nintendo. They're good games. Lion King, they're really, really great games. And surprisingly, The Little Mermaid is a pretty good game, guys. So cool to pick this up. It is worth $12. $12 for The Little Mermaid. Only a couple more games. Here is the coax cable. That's really old school. Last 2 games, we got Hogan's Alley. We've already picked this up a couple times. Wow, it's super clean too. Hogan's Alley light gun game. This is selling for $6, so not very much on that. And then the last game is, I think, our 3rd or 4th copy of TMNT 2, the arcade game. Loved it. Can't believe that you could play basically the arcade port on your home console. That was a game changer back in the day. TMNT 2 is worth $13. So, no bonus games that I saw. Did we check the console? No bonus game. So, grand total in what I saw in all the pictures of all this stuff is roughly $348, and we only spent $100. Amazing, guys. Man, I hope we keep finding old school retro games, NES games, stuff like that on on Facebook Marketplace. Another great week, guys. Let's go head to the end recap. Heck yes, guys, our 4th NES bundle, and we got some amazing games in here, including Ninja Gaiden 3, our most expensive cartridge-based game in the $10 game collection. We spent $111 this week with $411 in value, but now we get to sell some NESs because we have 3 of them, guys. As always, thank you for hanging out, for watching the video. If you would like the video, subscribe if you have not already, and until next time, peace.